free.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. This is an exciting day. Welcome to Marietta College eSports. My name is Matt Williamson. I will be your shoutcaster today, and we have a very special treat for you. We have our inaugural match for our League of Legends team. They will be going up against the Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks as part of Riot Games' CLOL season. We've been waiting for this for many months, and it has finally arrived. Last semester, we participated in the CLOL preseason to prepare for this tournament. This is the big national tournament sponsored by Riot Games. So many schools all over the country will be competing against each other to see who is the top school in the nation. Now, this will be a best of 3 match. So win 2 of the 3, and you win the whole thing. We are in the lobby right now, so we're just waiting for everyone to get ready. And just in the chat, there just need a couple more minutes as we get things set up, but we should be getting this match to you very soon. Just as a programming note with this stream, we are on a 3-minute delay, and that is because of the rules specified by Riot Games. So as you know, spectator mode already has a natural 3-minute delay built into it, and it does require at least an additional 2 minutes of delay on top of that. So most streams, if you were to watch these matches online, will be a 5-minute delay. So this will be technically 6 minutes from when the match is actually occurring. But we'll still be able to go over this stuff to you. You'll still be able to see the matches. It's just whatever you see happened 6 minutes ago. So as soon as we have the teams up and running, we will get Champ Select to you. They're still in the lobby, just going over a couple more things. So just gotta hang tight for another minute or two, then we'll be ready to go. While we're waiting, I'll probably say this a whole bunch of times, but if you want the latest updates on what's going on with esports at Marietta College, be sure to follow us in all sorts of different ways. Be sure to follow us on our Twitch channel here at Marietta College. Be sure to go to our Facebook page at Facebook at Marietta College Esports. For Twitter at Marietta Esports. So be sure to follow, subscribe, or whatever you need to do to make sure that you know the latest updates for not just our League of Legends teams, but what's going on with our Overwatch team and our Rocket League team. And we are now in Champ Select, so let me get that over to you. So Illinois will be on the blue side for this first game, and Marietta will be on the red side. So we will see what they do decide to ban. So we do see the brand being banned out. We know that's very popular with some of our champions, so Illinois has definitely done their scouting. We see Irelia being banned. She's a very powerful mid laner right now. You don't want to mess with Irelia. She always needs to be nerfed. Every time, no matter how many times you nerf her, you always have to better nerf Irelia. You just can't seem to nerf her enough, and she's still OP. See what Illinois decides to go with next. So we see Alistar being... It looks like they're really targeting Marietta's support player, because Brand and Alistar have been some of his preferred champions. We see Mordekaiser being banned out. This is a champion that we have seen played a few times in the top lane. And Gnar gets banned out. So we do see targets for top and the support. So we'll see what Marietta's last ban will be. And we see the Pike being banned. So a lot of focus has been in the support lane as far as bans go. So we'll see what Illinois decides to prioritize. So we see the Xindao being picked out first. A very strong jungler right now. Has been banned in quite a few professional matches. So we'll see how Marietta responds to it. And we do see the Braum coming out. And the Lucian Braum combo. A very strong combo in the bot lane. So let's see what Illinois decides to do with that selection. So it looks like they're going to be going with the Sivir for their AD carry. I mean, there's still a lot of options on the table. I mean, the fact that so many supports were banned out, I mean, that does limit Illinois' support pool, but that does open up a ton of different mid laners. It looks like we are seeing hovering over the Thresh, so they may go with the Thresh here. And they do go with the Thresh, the Sivir Thresh combo for their bot lane. So now we'll see if Marietta wants to try to go with the jungler, since they already know what Illinois' jungler is. Oh, we do see the Urgots getting picked. Very strong in the top lane for sure. But we would expect to see that in the top lane. Now we get to the part 2 of the ban phase. It does appear we will not see Zed. Zed is a pretty nasty champion in the mid lane, so a good pick there. We'll see how Illinois decides to respond to this. And we see the Jax coming out. Jax has been an interesting jungler the past couple weeks. Even though we're now in the new season, we are in patch 9. I think it's 9.1. We see the Aatrox being banned out. We won't see him in the top lane. But yeah, Jax has been actually a pretty nasty jungler lately. Let's see what our last ban will be. And we will not see the Vladimir. So a lot of just a variety of champions being banned here and there. So let's see what Marietta decides to go for their next pick. We do see the Cassiopeia being picked out. So that means their jungler is going to be Marietta's last pick. And Larson's going to have a whole ton of champions to go for. Let's see what we see for Illinois. They are hovering over the Rumble. And they do lock in the Rumble for their top lane. So all that's left is their mid, and we do see the Syndra coming out. Oh, well, at least it hasn't been selected yet, but they're hovering over it to try to counter Cassiopeia. Questions: will they lock in Syndra? Or they're going with the Victor? They are going with the Victor pick for the mid lane. I would expect it to be a mid lane Victor. Victor has been known to be in the top lane, but for Victor to be in the top lane, Rumble, that doesn't make any sense. So Victor would definitely be mid here. So now we'll see what Marietta has to go with for their jungler. And hovering over the Camille, and he will lock in the Camille. So we do have our champion selected. So now we just have to see how things play out. So they'll be getting their runes selected, making sure everyone's got the right champions in the right slots. And lineups seem to be what we expect. And then now we just have to play the waiting game until we can actually get into our match. So let me just go over a couple of things while we are waiting to be able to view this game. First, I do want to thank a couple people who are hosting this match right now on their Twitch channels. I do want to thank Blind Wave. They've been very good to us. They've been very supportive of our program, so they try to host as often as possible whenever we have matches up. So we do want to thank our friends over at Blind Wave for that. We do also want to thank Barbecue Chicken for hosting as well. Thank you for your support. Any support from the community is much appreciated with this program. It is our first year for the esports program, and it has grown quite a bit since last semester. So if you were not watching our Overwatch matches earlier this week, we have 3 teams this semester. We have our League of Legends team here, we have our Overwatch team, and we have our newly formed Rocket League team. They all will be participating in a variety of different matches and tournaments this semester. So as we mentioned before, this is the Riot Games CLOL tournament, the big national tournament that all the colleges are trying to participate in. Our Overwatch team is participating in the TESPA Overwatch Collegiate Championship Series. So for the next 5 weeks, they'll be playing against a variety of different schools. And then our Rocket League team, they are participating in a tournament. We can't announce what it is just yet. Once it is publicly announced, we will let everyone know on social media that we'll be participating in said tournament. So if you want to find out when that is, be sure to follow us once again on social media. So at Facebook, you can go to @Marietta College eSports. Or Twitter, you can go to @Marietta eSports. You can also follow our Twitch channel here. We try to update upcoming matches here. While we are waiting for this, so we should probably go over the starting lineup for the Pioneers with this game. So in the top lane, we do have Bludger, Lucas Danford up there. For our jungle, we have Larson. Changed his name to RC Larson, but who doesn't change their name every now and then? He's still Brandon Larson. At mid laner, we do have Scott Cressman, or known as Cressman, in the mid lane. AD carry, we have Dangerous Doge, portrayed by Ian Dartling. And then in support, we do have MC Cowboy, who is the one, the only David Stratton. So, we are still waiting for our match to appear. There's about 53 seconds left in the spectator delay, but once we do have the champions loaded, we will get that to you, so we just have to be patient a little bit longer. So once again, for those of you that are watching this, thank you so much for your support. We do appreciate it. We have quite a few exciting things down the road for our esports programs and things that we would like to do. Just the fact that you are here watching this just tells us that there is some great support for our program. We still got about 20 seconds left. So it should just be any second now, so we just have to be a little patient, but any second now. Alright, spectator delay has finished. So as soon as we get the loading screen up, we will get that to you. Just have to wait a little bit longer. We do have the champions loading here. We will get that up. We still have to wait for the load percentages here. So once we have that going, we will be able to get started. I think we do have some interesting matchups here. I mean, especially with the bot lane. As we said before, Lucian Braum is a very strong combo, but also the Sivir Thresh. Those are both very, very strong combos in the bot lane. So I do think this match is going to be depending on how things go in the bot lane. Right, so we do hear that audio. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Go. That looks pretty good. Wait for everything to load, and then we'll be underway. So we do see champions being summoned and getting their items. So game 1 is now underway. So this is our first League of Legends match for 2019. If you think Marietta can take this, let's see that hype in the chat. Speaking of chat, let's go ahead and adjust a few things here. There we go. So we see the traditional line of scrimmage for this first game. We don't see no invades, no shenanigans going on this time. You know how teams love to do their invades and try to get wards or kills and so forth. See a little bit of a mini skirmish going on in the mid lane, but nothing big. Now we just gotta play the waiting game for see what everyone decides to do. So it looks like Illinois will start with their red buff. We see the 120 wards coming out. And we also see, looks like Marietta will also be starting at their red buff. So yeah, both sides start with their red buff, makes sense. Both get the red buffs approximately about the same time. So it's way too early to say who's in the lead. And we see it looks like Illinois is going for an early invade here with the blue buff. But we also see Marietta doing the exact same thing. It's just almost like they know exactly what they're going to be doing. They take red buff and then just invade each other's blue buffs. We see a little trading here going on top lane. It looks like Rumble took a little bit of damage, but nothing nothing substantial at this point. We're only 2 minutes and 40 seconds into this game. And it looks like both junglers are going for the scuttle crabs in the rivers. And it looks like we might be getting an early gank over here in the bot lane. And here comes Xin Zhao. And the flash comes out. And the first blood, while that was going on, went to Illinois in the top lane. Didn't even get a chance to see what happened there. Expecting something going on in the bot lane, and we see Illinois taking the top lane. And we see the teleport coming down so Bludger can get back into his lane quickly so it doesn't lose on CS. So that is a good start for Illinois because they got a teleport, a flash, and a first blood. And it doesn't look like... Okay, so it does look like that Rumble did have to burn both his Ignite and his flash to get that first blood. And even Bludger had to burn his flash. And we see Cassie had to burn his flash just to get away. So Illinois is doing a pretty good job with harassing the Pioneers this early in the game. We see Cressman taking a lot of damage, getting very low. But Larson comes in trying to get a kill, and the flash gets burned, but now he's also very low. But he'll get the kill on Xin Zhao. But Bludger's dangerously low here on top of the tower, and he actually does end up going down with the residual damage. That does mean that the Scarlet Hawks are up in kills 2-1, and that does give them a very small gold lead, but it's still way too early to really say that they're handily in the lead. And a couple kills here and there or CS farm could make a big difference. And we do see, as far as CS goes, the bot lane's pretty even for the most parts, but the mid lane and top lane are struggling. And to be fair, Illinois did have a chance to get counter picks for the top and mid lane, so it would be expected that they're going to get some harass. We do see Xin Zhao at the bot lane, maybe looking to try to help with push. I don't see an opportunity for a gank down here. But he may be looking for something. But right now he's just not really doing anything. I mean, he's trying to move up into the bush to see if he can get something. And we see the Rumble all going down, and the Ignite as well, trying to get Bludger very low. I mean, Bludger's going to go down with this. And we do see the hook coming in, but we got the counter gank going on as well. And Xin Zhao will go down. Can they get any more kills? Thresh will go down, so all that's left is Sivir. And it does look like the double kill will go for Lucian. So while top lane is struggling, the bot lane does get some kills to help with it. So that brings this game back in Marietta's favor. So that was a really good counter gank by Larson. I don't know if he knew that Xin Zhao was going to be there, but he was ready to pounce on it as soon as that Thresh hook occurred. Okay, so while things have settled down, just to try to answer a quick question in the chat about CSGO. We did have a CSGO team last semester, and they did participate in the C-Star League varsity CSGO tournament. Unfortunately, there hasn't been as much interest this semester to continue supporting CSGO, so while... Oh, we do have a gank going on here in the mid lane. We do see Larson putting the ult on the Victor, and Victor will go down. Xin Zhao will try to come in and retaliate, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh, we do see it, and Camille does get away. Okay, so go back to CSGO. So right now we do not have a CSGO team, but we do hope to bring that back. So I mean, even though we do have 3 teams this semester, I mean, if there's enough interest for another team, we'd definitely be open to bringing that back, having them. So whether it's enough for a Hearthstone team, whether it's CSGO, whether it's Rainbow Six, or even Super Smash Brothers, if there's enough interest and there are opportunities for collegiate matches, we'll definitely do it. So I hope to bring back CSGO. Alright, so we do see that with that kill in the mid lane, Victor also burned his ult when he went down. So that does give Marietta a slight goal lead, but once again, it's only about 8 minutes 40 seconds into this game. So it's still way too early to really say who's in the clear lead. And we do see a potential gank here in the top lane, but Larson is ready for it, and they put everything onto Xin Zhao, and Camille goes down, Xin Zhao comes down, but Cressman is here, pops the ult, but I think it missed. So they are trying to get some damage onto this Rumble. He has yet to die. He's 4-0. And he finally goes down. Cressman gets shut down going. Here comes Victor. And we see some trading going on here in the bot lane as well. The Threshold comes in, and the Flay and the Thresh ult. And we see the shutdown going down on the bot lane. Cressman goes down. And Victor goes down. And they will get Braum as well. So that even though Xin Zhao's revived, that's about a 3 for 3, I think, when that was all said and done. Yeah, I believe that was a 3 for 3 with that. So it was an even trade. Yeah, because Marietta's still up by 1 kill. Now everyone will reset after most of the team dying on both sides. We do see in the bot lane the waves getting pushed up onto Marietta's tower, but Lucian is there to help clear that off and give him a chance to try to catch up a little bit on CS. But top lane, Bludger has really been struggling against Rumble. I mean, it's 77 CS to 41. He has a 4-1-1 Rumble, so he's definitely going to have a lot of trouble here. So he's just going to have to try his best to farm and try not to die. Although he's getting close to Rumble. I don't think he knows that Xin Zhao is there. And I think he's going to end up going down in this case. The Rumble all comes down, and that's just another kill on Bludger. And this Rumble is going to get really scary. And with that, knowing that Xin Zhao is up top, that means that Marietta can come take this first dragon, even though it is a Cloud Drake. But Illinois may get the first tower, but first Drake does go to the Pioneers. And Bludger's trying his best to contest the tower, but I think he's just too far behind to really be a threat to them. We do see some pings going in the bot lane, so it's looking like Larson's going to want to do a gank, but he does know that that is a ward, and Illinois is going to know that Camille is coming. We do see some training going on in the top lane, and I think that was is that a flash? Okay, thought a flash got burned there, but I guess not. Right now, everything seems to be quiet. Although it's looking like Illinois did just take the Rift Herald. So as I said, things were quiet. They took the Rift Herald, and Pioneers didn't have any vision for that. So they just were not. Maybe they just weren't expecting it, but they did lose the Rift Herald as with that. And I'm going to guess they're going to use this in the top lane because they know that they pretty much want it. And we do see the Rift Herald being summoned in the top lane, so that will probably be enough to finish off the first tower here. So the first tower does go to the Scarlet Hawks. And we do see Camille getting... And Camille does end up going down. So that gank, so the threshold of the gank attempt did not succeed, and it looks like it's going to be a double kill for Victor. So with that, and the Rift Herald's already got the second tower, or at least put some damage on it. So Illinois is now in the lead. And I think we can say with a less than 4,000 gold difference that they are clearly in the lead right now. So right now, I mean, the Pioneers are going to have to make a play and start pushing towards these towers, because we see Sivir in the bot lane putting pressure on the bot tower. We see turret plane going down, but they just haven't been able to make any progress towards any of Illinois' towers. And we do see some damage going to Thresh, and he's going to get popped. So this might be just what the Pioneers need to be able to make a push in the mid lane, but they don't have the minion wave to help with that. So all I can do here is clear some vision. Next Dragon's not up for another minute 40, so there isn't a whole lot they can do unless they can find a way to push a lane. And we do see Rumble getting caught a little bit, but not a whole lot of damage being put onto him. With him being 5-1-1, they're not going to be able to do a whole lot to him. You see Sivir popping her ult, trying to catch Lucian. He's already under half health. So it's looking like there's going to be some focus going here in the bot lane, just trying to get this tower since it is already very low. Just one more auto attack will finish it off. We see Rumble coming in. And that should be enough push to get this tower down. So Marietta's going to try to retreat from this. Now the question is where. It looks like Illinois has targeted top lane, and they're going to try to go after Bludger. Bludger's going to try to get out of there. And we do see the lane swap coming out for Illinois. We do see a lot of hovering around in the mid lane. So now the next dragon is up, and it looks like it is a Cloud Drake. So it looks like Illinois is trying to set up for it. I don't know if Marietta will try to contest it. So it looks like we can. And we do see Sivir getting caught with the ult, and they just blow her up. But we do see the rest of Illinois going down to Dragon. So this is where they're going to probably go straight for it. And Marietta's going to go down if they want to contest it. They are pinging it. But it looks like they're going to ignore it and just go straight for the mid tower. But it's looking like Illinois is trying to go after Lucian, but they may try to flank the Pioneers. So they need to get this tower down and get out. We see the Rumble all going down. And we do see a fight going out. And a lot of people are getting low. The Rumble goes down. A lot of ults get blown up there, but Marietta does get the kill, so they do end up winning this team fight. And they may try to continue to push, despite the fact that both Bludger and Crispin are at half health. No, they will back away, which is probably the smart move. So with that, Marietta is now only behind by about 2k gold. So they have worked their way back up. Now the question is, what can they look for next? Baron still won't be up for another 2 to 3 minutes. The Dragon just went down, so both sides have a Cloud Drake. So Marietta is going to have to look to try to push a lane or two. It does appear they're putting a lot into the mid lane. But to be fair, the outer lanes don't really have a good... it's not really ideal to push the other lanes just yet, because if you look at where the minions are... So we do see some things going out, so it does appear Camille's been spotted. Will Illinois try to pounce? And they do get the hook onto Camille and the flay. And Camille just drops with that. So that's going to be Illinois' cue to be able to push the mid tower. And they're getting a lot of poke here. I mean, this tower is already under half health. But the minion wave's been cleared, and they're going to have to back off a little bit. But they are sticking around. So they're going to probably try to do another push. And we do see a whole fight going on here. And the Victor ult comes out and just blows up the Pioneers. All four of them go down. They just grouped up, and Victor's ult just was right on top of them. So the only one that's alive with the Pioneers is Larson. So they will push this tower, and they probably will get this. The hook is onto Camille. And with Camille down, the Pioneers are now down a person again. They're just... I mean, you just can't stick around like that and expect to get picked off like that. Because if you get hooked, they're all five are there. They're going to drop you. You can't just be hovering around waiting to get picked. I mean, that's going to allow them to set up vision for the Baron. So they are trying to eye that. But, I mean, many of Illinois are low. But with the two towers and pretty much killing every single person in the Pioneers, that does give the Scarlet Hawks about a 6k gold lead. So we do see pings going out with the Baron for Illinois, so they may be trying to go for it. They are at least getting vision set up for it. So Marietta will try to clear out that vision. But he is getting pinged, and they are going to try to catch him. And they'll just clear their Marietta's own vision. So at this point, the Pioneers are going to have to look to focus target, look for picks. But looks like Camille might have been got caught over by himself. But they try to go for the hook, and the Infernal Drake is up, and they're going straight for it. And it's going down so fast, Marietta will not be able to contest this Drake. Now we do see everyone starting to go around to Baron, so we may be seeing a fight here. I don't expect Illinois to start the Baron, but they are going to look to try to see if they can catch someone and then just pounce on that person. Yeah, so they're waiting in that bush, just trying to see if anyone comes by. We do see Bludger pretty close. The Thresh is looking to get a hook in. And they have been exposed, so we do see the fight going in. And Lucian's already been dropped. And this is just a complete massacre. Everyone goes down but Bludger. So that's going to be a free Baron for Illinois. So at this point, there's not a whole lot Marietta can do. All they can do is defend and try to hope they can defend. But so with Illinois having the red buff, or having the red Drake and the Baron buff, and a 9,000 gold lead, there's not a whole lot of options left for the Pioneers. Pioneers are basically just waiting for Illinois to come, so they're basically playing Illinois' game at this point. We do see everyone grouping around top lane. Looks like Marietta's trying to get a pick, and they try to get into Rumble. The Rumble all goes down, and Larson's already down. They get the Zinja, but right now it's still a 3-for-1 in favor of Illinois, and they will get... And while that's going on, I mean, not only Marietta lost the fight, but Illinois is already working on this mid inhibitor tower and the inhibitor. That might be enough to finish the game. And they are going to try to finish this game. Because all that's left is Bludger to try to defend it. But he's not going to be able to do anything. So we see that the second Nexus turret goes down. All that's left is the Nexus. And the Nexus will go down. So that does mean that game one will go to Illinois. Alright, so that is unfortunate, but I mean, it is a best of 3. So the Pioneers can come back from this. So just give us a minute here to get everything set up. So just hang tight 1 second as we try to get into the lobby. Hold on 1 second here. A little trouble is getting into the lobby, so hold on 1 second here. Okay, so Marietta will be on the blue side this time. Alright, so I think they're finishing getting the group set up. And as soon as we have that, we will get the next game to you. So just hang tight for 1 minute. Appears everyone is in the lobby now. So hang tight just a little bit longer. I think the teams are going over some things to prepare for the second game. I think they're still discussing a few things. And once we're in Champ Select, we will get that to you. So hang tight for just another minute or so. I think they're still going over some things in Discord, so it'll still be just a few more minutes. So hang tight. Appreciate everyone's patience. And we are underway. So hold on 1 second so I get the audio here working and get things transitioned. So we are in Champ Select for Game 2. So we do see the Mordekaiser being banned out first. And we see Gnar getting banned. We see the Pike being banned again. We see Brand being banned once again. And we see Victor getting banned with as strong as he was in the last game. Not surprising that we won't see him. And we see Alistar being banned. So we still see the same bans on the supports. We'll see what the Pioneers will prioritize. We do see Lucian coming out first. And we do see, looks like they're going to be going for Braum. So Illinois will get Braum. See what they also go with. And it looks like Illinois will be taking Camille. We'll see how Marietta responds to this. Look, they're still going for the Urgot, so even though it had struggles in the top lane, Marietta still has faith in Urgot. And we see, looks like the Lulu for support this time. And Illinois is immediately hovering over Rumble, considering how well that lane matchup went for them from the last game. And they will lock in the Rumble. So Marietta still has to pick their mid lane and jungler. And Illinois still has to go with their AD carry in mid lane. So we'll see what what Illinois decides to ban first.
The warrior spirit is never
We don't see Xinjiao. I mean, they've already locked in their jungler, so they don't need him anymore. And we see the Zed still being banned. And Vladimir still gets banned. So Illinois pretty much went with the exact same, almost the exact same bans as before.
It's just business.
And we see the Sivir getting banned, so we won't see Sivir in the bot lane. So it looks like Illinois will be going for the Vayne. So we'll see what Marietta has to go with. And it looks like Marietta will still go with Cassiopeia in the mid lane. So, I mean, it looks like that the main laners, they were using the same champions for the main lanes, with Lucian at top, Cassiopeia at mid, and Urgot at top. And we do see the Lee Sin coming out for Larson. It's looking like they're hovering over. See what they're going to do for the mid lane. So they won't be able to pick the Victor this time. So they're hovering over Syndra, and they do lock in the Syndra. It was a champion they were considering the last game, so it shouldn't be too surprising that they would pick Syndra to go up against Cassiopeia. So Marietta's comp is very similar to what they did before. The only difference is you have Lee Sin to catch people out. So he will be able to catch people and even kick them into out of position so they can get nuked down. And the Lulu will be able to provide some shields and a little bit of harass in the bot lane. So this can be an interesting matchup. Once again, we do have to wait 3 minutes before we can get into the game because of spectator mode. So while we are waiting, once again, if you do want to find out the latest updates with what's going on with Marietta College eSports, be sure to follow us on our Twitch channel. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Marietta College eSports. Go to our Twitter page at Marietta eSports. So we try to post all the different matches, everything that's going up. So for example, tomorrow, our Overwatch team will be playing against 3 different schools. So let me get the information here for you as we are waiting for another 2 minutes or so. On here 1 minute as I try to find that information. Oh, here we go. So at 5:30 tomorrow Eastern Standard Time, our Overwatch team will be going up against Central Washington University. At 7 o'clock tomorrow, they'll be going up against Pennsylvania State University, York. And then at 8:30, the Pioneers will be going up against Louisville as part of the TESPA Collegiate Championship Series. So we do have that coming, and then next week the Pioneers will be playing in this next round for the CLOL series sponsored by Riot Games. So once we have some more details with that, we do expect the match time to be at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, just as with this week's match. But as soon as we know the opponent, we will get that information to you. So once again, we do want to thank those who are hosting our channel at this time. We do want to thank Barbecue Chicken and our friends at Blind Wave for hosting the match here. Your support is much appreciated. We do thank those who are following us. Just being able to keep track of what's going on with esports. We do hope to eventually be able to broadcast Rocket League matches. As I kind of mentioned before, there is an unannounced tournament that will be coming up in the future. I wish I could announce it to you, but I gotta wait until they announce it first. So once the organizers announce this tournament, we can say that we will be participating. But I don't think I can leak anything just yet, as much as I really want to. But we're gonna have to hold off on that. Spectator delay has ended, so we are now waiting for champions to load. So once we do have that, we will get it to you. Okay, so they are loading up now. So we do see game is starting to load. You can already hear the game. Just waiting for champions to appear. So we do see champions loading here. So if you think the Pioneers can take this game and make this match go to a Game 3, let's see that hype in the chat. And if you think Illinois can 2-0 this, I suppose you can say something. And we do see Marietta maybe looking for a potential invade here. They're trying to see if they catch anyone, but it doesn't look like they're going to catch anyone. So they're going to go back to the line of scrimmage. And it's looking like that maybe Illinois is looking to collapse here. But they do back off knowing that the rest of the Pioneers are not too far behind. So we do see both sides starting with their red buff, as expected. Now we can see will both junglers try to invade the other junglers for the blue buff? We already see some harassment going on in the bot lane, in both the bot and top lanes. And we do see the gank going here going to the bot lane. Brahm's already pretty low. First blood will go to the Pioneers. So that is a really good start, and that may help with swing the momentum in Marietta's favor, considering how things went in the first game. And we do see a little skirmish here going on here. The blue buff, and Marietta is there to respond, but it looks like they're going to back away and let Illinois get their blue buff. But it looks like Illinois is not done yet, and the flash comes out for Larson to get away from that. So it does look like Illinois will get both Scuttle Crabs. Not too much going on right now, just kind of have to wait for the junglers to make a play, and Camille is looking to maybe make a play here in the mid lane, goes after Cressman. The stun comes out, and the ignite, so that might be enough to finish Cressman, and it does. The ignite tick does finish him off. But right now, just by looking at just from CS alone, Illinois does have the lead in all three lanes. A small lead in the top and bottom lanes, but the mid lane, Christmas really been struggling. Now granted, he did go down, but it looks like Syndra's just got a ton of CS, almost twice as much CS as Cressman. Do see some pings going out in the bot lane. Probably indicating they don't know where Lulu are, but Lulu has been spawned. They're going to be putting some damage on Lulu. And Lulu will go down. And Lucian's already less than half health. And Camille's going after Cressman again. And that's just another kill for Illinois. We do see Lee Sin coming here after the Braum. But Vayne's there to help out, and they're not going to be able to get anything out of that. You see both junglers in the bot river again. It looks like they're trying to get Vision down ready for the first Drake. But right now, with 6.5 minutes into the game, Illinois already has a 1,000 gold lead. And they are looking to expand that. And we see Cressman getting burned down again. And it just looks like Camille's just going to keep going after the mid lane. The Cressman's just being completely shut down. We see Camille going after Bludger here. And Lee Sin's there, so they might be able to catch Camille here. And we see the Rumble ult coming down. And with that gank attempt, Bludger goes down. And now Cressman's in trouble. Marietta will run away from that. Cressman's already yep, so that's another kill on Cressman. So Syndra's right now 3-0-1. It's going to be really dangerous, if not already. We see a lot of damage trying to get put on the Braum, but his shield is up, so it's not going to take a whole lot of damage. And now Lulu goes down, and the Braum ult will go down. But Vayne will go down, and Braum gets low. But can they finish him off? And it looks like they will, so double kill will go into Lucian. So that will help with the bot lane. So although mid lane has been struggling a lot, actually both mid and top lane are struggling just based on CS and kills, we do see some hope with the bot lane, and hopefully Marietta can try to snowball this. And maybe try to be able to use that to get back. Now we don't see a whole lot going on. We do see Ping coming out in the mid lane, so they're maybe looking to get a gank onto Syndra. At least Sin is there, but Camille's ready to counter that, and the Camille comes down and gets Larson. And this is probably going to be another kill into Cressman. No, Cressman will get away, but he's moving up, trying to do something, but he's already really low. Bludger's not too far behind to try to help. But it looks like it is just going to be another kill for Illinois. Alright, we do see the gank coming in the bot lane, then counter gank. And it looks like Lulu will go down. And it looks like Larson's going to get caught, and this is probably going to be another kill. So while he did kick, Camille did flash. And he does escape. But Lucian's there to try to help, and he takes some damage. So right now it does appear that all three lanes are being pushed in favor of Illinois. And Mary's going to have to be able to do something to push back, try to get some kills and be able to push one of the lanes. And it's looking like Camille's going to try to solo this dragon. And we do see Vayne and Braum there to help. So first dragon does appear that it will go to Illinois. And it does appear that Marietta stole the Scuttle Crab and getting some damage on the Rumble. The Rumble ult will go down. But it doesn't look like the Cressman gets away, but he's going to get pretty low and he's going to go down. While Larson's there to help, but it's just not enough. So Syndra does pop the stopwatch, but the shutdown does go down. And Rumble's so low, but he does go down. So that is 2 kills for the Pioneers. So the shutdown gold will definitely help. But they still have a ways to go in order to catch up. Because right now, about 14 minutes into the game, Illinois is up by 4,000 gold. Right now we don't see too much else here. And just some more farming until we see any gank attempts. And right now we don't see the junglers in any position to do gank attempts. And is this Vayne trolling? Just kind of dancing around? Vayne does realize he's losing his bot lane, right? But we do see the Camille coming in to try to get a gank onto Lulu. And we do see the ult coming in. And Lulu will go down. And Cressman goes down during this time too. And Braum goes down. since Larson is here with the counter gank, and so is Bludger teleporting down here. So we do see a lot of resources being put into the bot lane. So let's see if the Pioneers can push this and try to get the first tower. Actually, no, I take that back. First tower did go to Illinois because the mid lane tower is down. And it looks like towers will be traded in the bot and top lanes. It looks like Rumble will continue to push the top lane. And they do have Rumble spotted, so they know where he's at. So it looks like Rumble's trying to go for the blue buff. And we do see Lulu taking some damage from Syndra. Very low. But he will get away. And the Equalizer will go out for Rumble, but he gets 30 low on health. And he goes down, and here's Camille to try to counter, and here's and Cressman trying to get some damage on Camille, but it looks like Camille will get away. Or maybe not. No, Camille will get away. So they will get Scuttle Crab at least. But here comes Syndra trying to get some damage onto Larson. And we do see the Cressman all going down there and getting Syndra and Braum. So that's 3 kills for 0 in favor of Marietta, and they will get the Rift Herald. This is exactly what the Pioneers need to get back into this game. You do see Camille trying to come by, maybe trying to see if she can snipe the Rift Herald. But he will get away, so that's not going to happen. Meanwhile, Vayne over here is putting some damage into this tower and probably will get this bot tower. Takes 1 shot, but that's no big deal. So those kills and the Rift Herald will help, but the Pioneers are still down approximately 5k gold about 18 minutes into the game. But those are the kind of fights that Marietta will need to be able to come back into this game. So it's not over yet. So it looks like a lot of hoverings going around around the dragon, because it is going to be up in 3 seconds. And Illinois has been spotted. And Syndra's already taken out all of the health for Lulu. And actually burned his ult in order to get Lulu down. And we do see it is an Ocean Drake that Camille is going for. And it doesn't look like the Pioneers are going to be able to contest this. So this Ocean Drake will most likely go to the Scarlet Hawks. They do get the dragon, and they're all converging into the mid lane, or maybe looking for a pick in the jungle. They do see Larson and trying to see if they can get a stun on him, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Braum lands a hit onto Cressman, but no follow-up there. Right now we just see some vision being cleared, so they at least know where Rumble is. Okay, but it looks like they're just pushing through mid lane, because that second tier tower is already under half health. We do see Camille contesting the bot lane, and Marietta is going to have to respond to this, since Camille is 4-0-3, but he will get away. And right now, Illinois just has vision all over Marietta's red side jungle. And they know exactly what the Pioneers are going to be doing if they go into their red jungle. So Marietta's going to have to work on their vision, because they even has some good vision even in the blue side jungle. But they are converging around Baron. I don't think they would go for a Baron this early, but they do have vision over there, so if Marietta heads towards that direction, Illinois will know it. both sides are looking to get a team fight, but right now the advantage would be with Illinois because of their goalie, which is now approximately 6K gold. And we do see the Rift Herald being summoned in the top lane. But I think Larson's going to go down for this because both Camille and Rumble there, so that's a wasted opportunity with the Rift Herald not being able to do anything to any of the towers. I think he just had to use it because it was getting pretty low, and it's either use it or lose it. And the pings now go off for Baron because with Larson down, they won't have to worry about the 50-50 smite on Baron, so they're going straight for it. And with no vision there, I don't think Marietta knows that they're doing this. And Illinois will get the Baron, and they're just looking to get a team fight here, and they're going to get the engage onto Bludger. The Brawlmount goes down. Marietta does everything they're doing to just try to disengage from that. Several ults were burned just to get away. So now with the Baron, Marietta is going to have a hard time trying to be able to defend. We already see all three lanes are pushed in favor of Illinois. And with it being Baron empowered, well, they're not empowered yet, but they're about to be. It's going to be a struggle. It's looking like they're going to be focusing on the bot lane and the mid lane as far as trying to push the minions. Do see a little activity going on here in the red jungle, just trying to put vision down, clear vision, vice versa, back and forth. But Rumble is looking for something here. Do see the warning pings come out. Marietta knows that Illinois is in their red jungle, and that tower's just about down, and there goes the tower. The equalizer comes out. So right now Illinois is hovering over mid lane, just trying to get another set of Baron empowered minions to push into the inhibitor tower. Meanwhile, Rumble's in the top lane split pushing. And we do see pings going out, and it's looking like that Illinois is going to rotate over to the top lane. And Marietta's going to have to go over there to respond, and this tower will go down. So we do see two people stunned for the Pioneers, already under half health. And with both lanes being contested, I mean, the mid inhibitor tower is already less than half health, and we see a lot of damage going down onto Camille, and will go down. The kick will go into Rumble. He'll pop the stopwatch, but he does end up falling. But while this is going on in the top lane, the inhibitor tower goes down, and two for the Pioneers are already down, so it's a 2 for 2. And they are going to get this inhibitor. So while Baron buff has expired, there is now a hole in the base for the Pioneers that they're going to have to just keep defending. it does look like Illinois will be going for the Cloud Drake, and this should be a free Drake, since Marietta does have to keep someone in the top lane so those Super Minions won't go finish the game. So at this point, the only hope for the Pioneers is they're going to have to look for picks. They're going to have to slowly work their way back up. If they get into a team fight, they are not going to win this game, especially when it's about a 9.5k gold difference in favor of Illinois. So they cannot afford to get into a team fight. They get into a team fight, they'll most likely lose and end up losing the entire game. So they're going to have to find a way to pick someone off and then just go from there. Pick someone off, win the fight. Pick someone else off. And we do see, looks like they are going for the engage, and they do get Syndra. And a bunch of ults are going down, and it looks like they're going to try to get the Rumble. The Rumble ult comes in from behind. So that is exactly what the Pioneers here need, but the problem is they're already very low in health. And they're trying to get Vayne down, but they're at risk of going down. They stuck around too long and already lost 2. So that 2 for 2 turned into that 2-0 turned into a 2 for 2, and that's going to probably be it. They do get, well, maybe not. Well, they do get Camille, but 4 for the Pioneers already down, and there goes the ace. So that is most likely going to be enough to finish up the game for Illinois. They got the kills, but they stuck around a little too long and just got obliterated. And the turrets are down, the Nexus is low. Marietta's trying to defend, but there goes the Nexus. And game 2 will go to Illinois. So with 2 wins, that means the match will go to Illinois for that. So that is going to be it for us. So once again, thank you again for coming out this evening. Although the game was not in favor for the Pioneers. I mean, those things happen. So once again, to get all the latest updates, please be sure to follow us on our Twitch channel here. You can go to our Facebook page at Marietta College eSports. You can go to our Twitter page at Marietta eSports. So once again, thank you for watching. Be sure to come back tomorrow evening as our Overwatch team will have 3 different games. So it'll be a really exciting evening. So thank you and have a great evening.